Okay, so what time is it? It is 21:43. So I only have 10 minutes or so left in my stream. Hope you enjoyed it. It was great, wasn't it? So let's do the thing. Let's do the weekly recap from the Critterspective. Dun dun dun. All right. So we'll come over here. We'll bring this over here. And we'll talk into the camera. You know, I'm going to move this over here so I can make sure that nothing is weird and I don't miss anything. But otherwise, I'll kind of speak to you over in the corner. Yeah, got a little bit of brightness from the white. Cool. All right. So, the week in. Yeah. So, last Thursday. Yeah, because Pam Bondi got fired for being a horrible person. I mean, a horrible attorney general. I mean, a horrible. She got fired. I'm sure she'll do great. Sure she's got enough of a cushion at this point in her grifting career that she's not going to go broke like Rudy Giuliani or something. I don't know. And yeah, the DOJ still trying to prevent the Epstein files from coming out. They'll come out eventually, somehow. We just gotta. There's just so much right now. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I was productive at work. Had to change a couple things around. I was having a down day. I was feeling chained to Florida. Mostly having to do with this house is not worth what it was just a few years ago. The economy sucks. You know, it's definitely a buyer's market, but sellers aren't budging on prices, and prices are coming down, and blah 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 blah. Blah. I can't sell until the economy recovers a little bit. We're going into a recession. Is it going to be worse than 2008? Are we going to come out of it better on the other side? I don't know. Is it going to totally destroy the world economy because Trump doesn't know what the hell he's doing? That's for damn sure. Anyway, let's see. Lightning versus Canadians, Bruins playing. Yep, yeah, Lightning and Bruins are both going in the playoffs. They don't face in the first round, but they could face in the second round, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they are against each other and, $1,000 magically ends up in my pocket so I can go to a game. That would be great. Okay. Oh, that was still Thursday. I must have been drinking. I was drinking. That's why. I played poker. Yeah. Trying to give myself advice on how to play poker. That's good. Did not drink the last Guinness. The last Guinness is actually still in the fridge. I did finish the bowl. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, I played a lot of poker. That was fun. $2 tables. It's good stuff. Let's see. Friday, Melania held an impromptu press conference to attempt to persuade somebody that she has no idea who this Epstein fella is. I don't know what that was, but that was Friday, and here it is Wednesday, and no leak of any type has come out, so I don't know what the heck that was all about. That was weird. Let's see. Yeah. The freaking arch thing now Trump wants. I mean, the ballroom isn't enough. He's got to make trying to take credit for the Kennedy Center. He's trying to read. Just the amount of shit he throws at the wall to try and manufacture his legacy is just beyond frustrating. Like, dude, give it a rest. Focus on your job. This is not your job. Ah. Anyway, you can't convince a fool that he's being foolish or that he's been fooled. everything he does, he takes accountability for. And still at war with Iran, or what? Not war with Iran, whatever the heck is. We got gas closing in on $5 a gallon here in Florida. It's going to be $6 a gallon by the time we get to the midterms, or more. Everything, food is more expensive. I'm glad I got my Cook Unity because I imagine those prices are going to go up. They can't help but go up. I mean, they haven't changed in a while, so that's going to got to get more expensive. Yeah, I had a tough time motivating myself. Still got there. See, had harissa vegan chili. Yeah, that was pretty good. Washing dishes. All right, so that was the end of the work week. Saturday, so I stayed up pretty late watching Netflix. Just stuff. I think I was watching the Man in the High Castle. So I think I binged the end of that on Friday. Up around 9. Oh yeah, Sam had already gone for his 5K down to Safety Harbor with his mom. I went for myself for a good little 2-mile walk. And I did put my head up into the attic to see if I could move around out there, but it's such a tight place, and I'm just too big. I'm even if I was 40 or 50 pounds less, that's not the problem. I'm just too big of a person. I cannot do that. Too tall. I need a midget that's good with insulation. Sam, you know any midgets with insulation experience? No. He says no. All right. What else? Yard work. Yep. I went out for yard work. Was out there for a couple of hours, and I missed the start of the hockey game. Cannot believe it. I was so upset. It was an early hockey game, and I was upset. So there's that. Bruno scored. Yeah, Geeky was on his tear. Yeah, he almost hit 40 goals. He only hit 39. That was too bad. But oh yeah, I had quad queens on my poker hands. It was great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I got paid off. I didn't get the guy's full stack, but I got like 85% of it. So, yeah, it was a nice feeling. You don't ever get paid off when you flop quads or you hit quads, whatever. So that was fun. Man, don't want to pay for high stakes online though. I just don't. For a long time until I have like a huge bankroll. If I happen to get really good and I play enough that I get a huge bankroll, that's one thing. Like tens of thousands of dollars out there, but I think I'm doing other stuff with that money long before I get there. So, yeah, just it's hard to trust. Number one, and number two, it's just it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. We'll see. Did all my Gran Turismo challenges. That was fun. I was a little intoxicated. That was great. But I did them all in less than 2 hours. Nobody was entertained except for me. Good stuff. Sunday, Viktor Orban was not voted back into power after 16 years. Congratulations to Hungary on that. I got up and made breakfast. I watched a couple of movies. I was not in a good mood on Sunday. I remember that now. So I watched the Jack Black Anaconda sequel thing. That was not wonderful. And then it suggested The Fifth Element there, and I was just planning on having it in the background while I did laundry. That was nice to watch again. It's a good movie. I did not watch Bad Guys 2 right then. That was another day. Somewhere along the line, I watched Bad Guys 2. I love the Pixar, DreamWorks groups of animated movies. They're usually always good. Always just enjoyable. They're not just for kids. Yeah, hockey again. Bruins versus Blue Jackets. Bruins won on Sunday. And I won some money at poker. That was fun. And I went to bed early-ish. It was like 10:30, which is Yeah, I was just not motivated. I was just bleh on Sunday. Monday, back to work on Monday. Let's see, news. DoorDash Grandma. All right, yeah, the McDonald's delivery to the gildy, gaudy, golden Oval Office stunt propaganda bullshit. Ugh. And it's so bizarre. You know, he tried to excuse his Jesus picture that he posted as a doctor. I mean, the guy is absolutely out of his mind. He just needs to be removed. He's he has his button. He has his finger on the button of the nuclear codes, and he thinks he was a doctor in that picture. He's either I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't need to be president. He doesn't deserve to be president. And the fact that our system and our education level allowed the timing, the whatever you want to call it, the ability for a guy like that to be the most powerful man in the world is a failure of our laws and regulations and our checks and balances and our society. It's just a failure. That's what that is. Yeah. Trump versus the Pope. One like what is going on? But yeah, Monday I was relatively productive at work. I was getting, this whole week I've been tearing it up at work, trying to get that feature that I'm working on where we have. I guess let me describe it real quick. So it's in our main product is a electronic document repository, searchable, but also has workflow processes in it to facilitate business operations, but it's mainly geared toward banks. That's our main customer. I think we're going to branch out from that because we're generalizing something up, but because of the workflow product is very versatile, and our structure of our product is very flexible and very adaptable. So I think we're going to break out of the banks here in the next couple of years. I can't imagine we don't. I've been talking about that for as long as I've been at the job. So it's kind of exciting. Could be good. So I'll just stick with it, and they'll treat me right, or they won't, and I'll be out looking for something else. But whatever. Tuesday, Swalwell out of the California governor's race, and some other Republican quit, and both of them to sexual assault allegations of some sort. So I don't know. I don't know Swalwell very well. I pay enough attention already as it is. I don't need to know every freaking representative and senator and all this stuff. They're all needing to do better jobs, and they're not doing a good job. Port of Hormuz is still a quagmire over in Iran. Yes. Yeah. Bruins versus Devils on Tuesday. Bruins won. That was great. And I watched a YouTube video on CO2 generators for power plants. Right. So there's some super critical mass generator that can be converted for use in place of steam generators for power plants. Potentially, China's on the forefront. Maybe it's going to be awesome. Just another. So something like, I don't know, in the next 10 years, if we don't increase our power capacity in the world by some ungodly, I know it was almost 200%. They said that we're not going to be able to make enough power. It's just like, wow. So we need to figure out how to do that without extracting more from the planet we live on that's going to turn against us in the next couple hundred years. Let's see. And yeah, today, Lightning versus Rangers. I finished my project at work today. So tomorrow it's a matter of merging it with the code base There's a couple weeks of changes that other people have made, so I have to make sure I don't have any conflicts. So that's going to be fun. Then I have to write a demo outline, get things set up to show the testing people. Oh, it's going to be a day. And of course, today is the 6-year anniversary of my dad passing away. So if you watched the beginning of the stream, you would have seen me watch the video there. Thankfully, I didn't cry on today. I did cry earlier. All right, so Lightning lost to the Rangers. Boo. But at the end of the day, he's not dead, but he didn't press a button. So we're good. And that is the weekly recap from the Critterverse. And that is also the end of my stream, because I think it is time to say goodnight. It is. So that is all. Goodbye.